Okay, test test. Hello everyone, my name is Ida Bagus Maditya. Today I will presenting about metallurgy, especially in fabrication and finishing of metal product. Okay, we go to the next slide. For the reference of this presentation, I use book Metallurgy for the non-metallurgists, edit by Arthur C. Riordan. For the content that there are a content that I will explain in this presentation. So let's begin and continue to the next slide. Okay, the first slide. Deformation process. Deformation process is transform solid material from one shape into another. In metal working process, a workpiece such as billet or blanket sheet, for the example, plastically deformed by a set of tools to obtain the desired final thickness and geometrical configuration. Metal forming process can be classified into two general categories. The first one is bulk or massive, and the second is bending and sheet forming operation. Okay. Eh, in contrast to bulk forming, sheet forming typically involves focal deformation during sheet forming, as a piece of sheet metal is plastically deformed by tension load into three-dimensional shape, often without a significant change in its thickness or surface characteristics. Uh, for the example, sheet forming process is include deep drawing, stretching, and bending. Sheet metal typically is formed into the end product with various continuous shape, ranging from the suspend to the car bodies. For the metal forming equipment is done with a large variety of machine or equipment, such as rolling mills for plate, a machine for profile rolling from strip, ring rolling machine, thread rolling and surface rolling machine, magnetic and explosion forming machine, draw bench for the tube and rod, and the last one is matching for pressing, or we can call presses. Okay, we go to the next slide. The next slide is primary production mills. Primary production operation are the beginning of metalworking stage that involve the breaking down from the cast structure to rock or machine structure form. With conventionally cast structure, workability is very low due to the relatively coarse and microstructure and extensive segregation of impurities. Continuously cast alloy require no primary reduction step, and the next step is mill processing of bloom, billet, and slab to the products that various products from like plate, sheet, and stroke bar. Okay, we go to next slide. Forging. Forging is consists of applying compressive stress to a piece of material that known as workpiece between a pair of dies in order to permanently change its physical dimension or geometry. The goal of mass forging operation is to produce a part that close to finished as possible. The various type of forging process are listed in the table beside. Uh, Here is the table. You can stop the video and read it by yourself because I will add some several type of forging process that I not list in the table beside. Uh, the first one is roll forging machine is a process for the simultaneously reducing the cross-sectional area. and change the shape of it bar, billet, or plates. Okay, the second is radial forging. During the radial forging, the material is forged between four dies that are arranged in one plane with two opposing dies acting on the piece simultaneously. The third is salt upset forging. Is the essentially a process that used for enlarging and reshaping part of the cross-sectional area of a bar or two, or for the increasing the internal soundness of an ingot prior to traditional open die forging. The last one is cold forging. Cold forging has an advantage over matching that as a part making process. Okay, we go to the next slide. Drawing and extraction. Drawing is one of the oldest. Okay. Wait. I will explain about drawing first. Okay. Drawing is the one of the oldest metal forming operation to make a long product with excellent surface. The drawing is closely controlled by dimension and constant cross section. And the extraction is the formation process that used to produce long, straight, semi-finished metal products like a bar, solid, and tube, wire, and strip. So, what is the difference of drawing and extraction? Uh, Extraction is manufacturing process where a material is pushed through a die to create a desired strip. Then drawing is a manufacturing process that uh, material is pulled through pulled through a material to create a desired shape. So extraction can be used with both metal and plastic, while the drawing is typically only used with metals. Okay. Then extraction can be differentiated. The first one is hot extraction technology, and the second is cold extraction. Okay, we go to next slide. The next slide is forming. Uh, Metal bar, tool, plate, and seat are formed by various bending, stretching, and drawing operation. Bar and tube are formed mainly by bending operation such as compression bending, stretch, and roll bending. Spring back is a major factor of forming operation. As an example, consider a simple bend. In bending, we can find method to overcome that contract the effect of spring back. The first one is over bending, second is bottom offsetting, third is stretch bending. Since metal is often by overbend in amount sufficient to produce that desired degree of bend or bend angle after a spring back bending of bar and tube. The four basic methods of bending bar and tube stock are compression bending, draw bending, straight bending, and roll bending. We go to the next slide. Powder metallurgy. Yes, powder metallurgy. Powder metallurgy or PM is a growing branch of metallurgy based on the production of material in the form of metal powder and the manufacturing of part of this material. Powder metallurgy is a technology metallurgy that has widely used and developed in this world of manufacturing today. Both of the making component from the ferrous and non-ferrous material, and the most common of method of PM or powder metallurgy production is the two-step process of the powder conversion, or by pressing and desification. Oh, sorry, desification, or by sintering. referred to as the powder metallurgy pressing and sintering. Okay, fabrication of part by powder metallurgy method has several advantages that include the first one is product part with more uniform microstructure and distribution of alloying element, and the second is high volume products of the part with net shape or net shape dimension, or thus reducing the need of machining. The third is flexibility in component design. Okay, we go to the next slide. The next slide is material remove process. Material remove process is machining is a special class and are secondary manufacturing operation that used to achieve the precious tolerance and control the surface finish and quality. There are three basic classes of material removal operation. The first one is conventional matching operation, like tuning, drilling, milling, boring, planing, shaping, what's again? Tapping. Okay, I think that's enough, and many more. That is where material is removed by the workpiece in the form of a chip. Sorry. The second is abrasive process, or the such as grinding and polishing. Abrasive process where small particles are removed from the workpiece by abrasion with a hard tool. Abrasion process have lower material removal rates and higher energy requirement that conventional machine process, but can produce closer tolerance and final surface finish. And the third one is non-traditional machining process, which include electrical discharge machining or EDM, then electrochemical machining AGM, and ultrasonic machine. Okay, we go to next slide. Joining process. The next slide is joining process. Joining is involved by the use of chemical, mechanical, or physical force that keep two parts together. Mechanical methods are based on various types of mechanical fastener, while adsive bonding use chemical bonding, perhaps with some physical or mechanical factor. Okay, we go to the next. Welding. Welding. So welding is a fabrication process that join material, usual metal or thermoplastic primarily by using high temperature to melt the part together and allow them to cool, causing fusion. Uh, there is two basic category of modern die welding. The first one is fusion welding, that the workpiece metal are melt in the joint region and allowed to solidify to form a metallurgical bond. And the second, solid state welding. Solid state welding like force welding, where some heat or without melting, and mechanical force allow the formation of sickle or interatomic bond of the two material. And there is a welding method, several welding method like arc welding, resistant welding or airway, and solid state welding. Yeah, like before solid state welding. Okay, I will explain about arc welding. In arc welding, melting is the weld is accomplished by the application of intense heat from the electric arc. And resistant welding is invented by uh, Professor Professor Elinu Thompson. Resistant welding is one of the simple and most commonplace fusion welding, and the resistant welding process involves the generation of heat from the flow electrical current through the parts being joined. Yeah. Okay, we go to next slide. Bracing and soldering. Like welding, but both bracing and soldering also form primary bond, sorry, or in metallic bond. Like welding process, soldering and bracing also rely on interdiffusion between jointed material to form the seamless joint. So the seamless joint. Unlike the fusion welding, however, the neither bracing, uh, not soldering required, nor the causing any melting or fusion of the base of material. Uh, Brazing is involved joining solid material in close proximity by introducing a liquid. Then soldering is like a brazing too. The substrate material remains solid during soldering, and the melted solder distribute itself between the properly fit surface of the joint by capillary action. Okay, we go to next slide. Okay, here is the next slide. I say thank you for watching. I'm sorry if I um, have a wrong explanation. Subscribe and like if you like this video, and thank you very much for your attention. Bye bye.